Hey, but I was asking earlier, bro. Are they still like talking about like shipping off Derrick Henry? Because you always hear like speculations. Like first I hear like Philadelphia was going after him.
Right.
Then they ended up getting Swift.
I haven't seen nothing new yet about Derrick Henry at all. So yeah, but since we're on a Derrick Henry trade conversation, I will say what I saw on Twitter today was talks about D-Hop going to the Titans.
Which is crazy because I'm trying to figure out why.
because you say that. Because you say that. I'm scrolling down the comments and I'm just like, yo, this is wild. And people out there wilding. Now I'm gonna give you a few names and now you're gonna think about this.
Let's hear it.
Randy Moss. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee Titans. Andre Johnson. Tennessee Titans. Julio Jones. Tennessee Titans. Robert Woods, Tennessee Titans. What did they do? It's so hard to say goodbye.
Got up out of there.
That's the end of their career.
Got up out of there.
Hey, let's get it going,
You want to know why though?
Hey.
Because they ain't had a quarterback since Steve McNair.
And they still don't got one.
Season 2. Let's get
go. It. Woo. Yeah.
What's that you listening to? Hey, that's Dawg Money by the podcast on the iPhone or the iPad. Swear it got me in my zone. Please leave me alone so I can catch up on my flight back. Just 18, no plan B. Get it tuned in, understand me. Talking parlays, hitting sweet in a parfait. Getting bread like pantry. They can't be, but they did it. I know some haters that still won't admit it. Boys, it's so crazy they might get committed. They talk a little different, not trying to be distant, but ain't no way you come close. You say less, you be doing the most. You can sink and swim or hop in the boat, but you better not touch that remote. Cause that's all money. Get short, get tall money. Big packs, that's wild money. Big facts, you should call that back. Cause what y'all call money is not at all money.
Dawg Money.
2 men, 2 mic, 2 laptops. Too much you say, 2 lash out. Big boy then bought that cash out like cash cow.
Dawg Money.
Gotta keep it a buck. Ain't nowhere else we can go here but up. A win is a win and we do it again and again.
Hey, but first of all,
Yo, man. Welcome back. This is episode 1 of season 2 of the Dawg Money Podcast. We want to appreciate all y'all for rocking with us.
absolutely.
It's been a long hiatus, but we back.
We back.
Football on the way back.
We back like crack in the 80s.
Before we get into that, we got to mention a couple things.
What we
You
gotta
see, we got on these black shirts.
Oh, that's what we mentioned.
You wanna know why?
We hopping right into it.
Cause we champions, baby.
We are the champions.
My friend.
We keep on fighting.
All right, that's enough of that.
Hey, since you already brought us there, hey, thank y'all for tuning in. We back with it. So glad to be back. I don't know if you noticed, we got new seats. We trying to change up the vibe just a little bit. We got more in store this season. Patreons. We still trying to decide if we want to do a Discord. What you can expect from us this season is consistency. Last year was crazy for us, personal life-wise.
Life was lifing.
Life was super lifing last year.
But God was guiding too, though.
But God was guiding, and we still blessed to be here. So stick with us. We got a lot in store. Consistency, money, all of that. It's going to be made. But we're going to hop on over into the news today. What we want to first talk about, since Marv already got us there.
I couldn't wait. I'm sorry.
We couldn't wait?
I couldn't wait.
Golden Knights,
Champions,
baby.
bro.
Golden Knights.
I wish y'all could have went to the parade with me.
I'm not going to lie to you. I was watching your videos, and I was like, man, that looked like it's so fun.
That was one of the days where I was like, damn, I'm glad I'm not on daddy duty today.
Daddy duty was in full effect, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. The kids wanted to go to the parade. However, I was looking at Instagram. I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, it's a little too wild for me to have my kids down there.
Where I was at, you shouldn't have brought your kids down there.
No. It was wild, bro.
Yeah.
It was wild. The parade looked fun.
And since we got all this new technology, we gonna put some of them clips on this video so they can see what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. It was turned, but we sat down, we went to the pool that day, everybody was turned up with the Golden Knights, excited. We was at the Aliante pool.
I was at MGM.
I know it was turned up down there. Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna get too deep into that.
All right, so I hate to get off subject, but like 3 years ago,
Okay.
I drove through the strip when there was nobody on the strip whatsoever.
We talking.
Joey on to something with this. That's crazy, bro. There's nobody out here.
We talking
2020 because of the pandemic.
Man.
3 years later, we win a championship. I can't even see the asphalt. I can't see concrete. Just people in black, gold, and silver.
Probably saw asphalt.
I saw some ass.
Fault. But no,
It was cheeks out there for sure. If
Nah,
that's what
man.
you're talking
Hey,
about.
I'm not even gonna lie. That was probably the dopest time. You know, just being up. I was in the house watching the game, hype, had my drinks, had my every day. I'm sitting here like, yeah, cashing tickets. Number one, because I took the overs. Only one day did I take the under and Florida Panthers because I knew what Vegas was about.
You know, it's crazy. I only
Vegas
bet on,
don't lose.
I bet on 3 games in that series, and all 3 we won. So
And see, I actually bet all games.
yeah,
Hit something every game.
that's what I'm talking about.
I should have hit what was that? The exact score. I should have hit the exact score, but I didn't notice that I didn't put it with the overtime. I didn't know that until I looked at it. I was like, dang, you need it with overtime and regular.
All that.
So,
But
with that,
hey, it's a learning lesson. You know what's
good.
crazy? No, we've been gambling for a long time.
yeah.
I still learn something new about sports betting every single day.
What did you learn new?
The newest thing that I learned, it was in regards to like betting on boxing and UFC.
Okay.
So I just started betting the overs and the unders for fights.
Okay. I haven't
So
touched fights.
So you know, like say if I bet like 2.5, right?
Right.
Over
Right.
on a UFC match. So if they go the 2 rounds, I'm good so far. However, they got to go at least half of the 3rd round for me to win that over. A second less than halfway through the round, bet's done. If they
Wait. So
yeah. So
Yeah.
if you if I take you two, y'all fighting
Right.
UFC,
Okay.
the over is 2.5. You get through the 2 rounds, my ticket is still good. However, the rounds are what, 3 minutes?
3 minutes.
If the fight is over within 80 seconds of
that
the
3
3rd
minutes.
round, and you got the over, you lost.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's
glad
why
you said it that way,
That's why
cause-
when they announce the winner, within such and such seconds of the such and such round by unanimous decision,
So
like
that's
all
why.
all that means something. So
Gotcha. You know, when you were just saying all that stuff, you know that one meme of what's the name where all the numbers? I was like, in my head, I'm like,
my bad, I was
What?
talking too
I
fast.
was like, what?
Blame it on the whiskey.
What?
Blame it on the whiskey.
No, but we're going to get back into the news. We're going to flow over WNBA. Lady Aces, 18-2. Right now, they actually playing while we recording.
Ballin'.
I'm sure they're about to be 19-2.
Balling.
We looking to go back to back and have another championship in the city.
Oh yeah,
You
bro.
know.
Especially after we picked up Candace Parker, I
Man.
knew. I said, "Oh yeah, we going back to
Man.
back." Because right now, what's she averaging? 16 points.
Who, Candace?
Yes.
No, she ain't averaging that much. She's actually,
I wrote it down because I actually prepared myself for today's
you wrote
episode.
You wrote it down? I'm
Yes.
going to be honest with you.
She
Kelsey
averaging
Plum,
16 points. She's averaging 8.5 rebounds and 4 assists.
I feel like she don't average as many points when I'm watching, but her impact on the game is definitely there because she's a big. And speaking of the bigs, I felt like their biggest competition was Connecticut's Sun. And they lost their big due to injury, out for the season.
Oh, so they gonna get
So-
torched every time they play us.
Man, we got bigs.
Yeah.
We got bigs.
We have a
few.
few.
I will say Alyssa Thomas
Mm-hmm.
with Connecticut Sun's been balling.
Mm-hmm.
When I say balling, I mean balling. But I don't see them, now that she's gone, I don't really see too much competition because we have Asia, we have Candace. That's two bigs right there that you really got to worry about. So
and there's two more.
Two more. Yeah. Yeah, we got to, I mean, when I'm watching the games, bro, they be playing around a lot.
Yeah, they.
I be sitting.
Hey, when you got it on your mind that you know you finna win, bro,
I be sitting there like, yo, come on now, y'all got to stop playing with these. You playing with your food now.
Hey,
stop playing with your food.
That's a different explanation though, because when you playing with your food, that mean you playing with the game.
Yeah.
They just be kicking it, bro, and balling.
They really do be kicking it.
You know who be playing with their food?
Who?
Them Dallas Cowboys.
Man, we ain't even gonna get there.
No,
this
we
year.
will.
We gonna roll over into
They
the
better not
NBA
play this
news.
year.
Yeah, they better
after that parade experience, bro, I want to go to another one.
Yeah, if we go and win a championship, I know we're going to hear it. If we win a championship ever in our lifetime, I'm there.
Oh, I swear to God, I'm there.
I'm there for sure.
No vacation time. I said, look, man, look.
Hey, I'm sick.
I caught COVID, so y'all got to pay me.
Don't put me on no social media.
Let me knock on wood, bro. I don't never want to catch that shit again.
What I will say is we're going to roll over into the NBA season. It's been a lot of crazy things going on during the NBA season. You got Denver winning their first championship.
Which is crazy.
I will say congratulations to that. I really didn't care to see that happen. However, it's a lot of people on that team that I like to see. And Jokic, man.
It's nothing bad to say about the Joker.
Nothing. The craziest thing is he is the most athletic person that I've ever seen play.
Facts.
I'm like, yo.
Well, you've seen Larry Bird play, bro.
Bro, no. He is more athletic than Larry Bird. I'm like, yo.
Vertical 6 inches.
This man is shooting the ball from behind his head, making threes.
Bro, wetting it up too. Pause.
No. Hey, yo. Nah.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
But hey, he be wetting it up.
Come on, man. Stop. But at the parade, I will say the coach. I think the most thing that irritated me the most about Denver winning is the coach. I really don't care for Malone too much. I mean, he is a good coach. However, he was just irking me with all the Laker talk, just staying on the Lakers after you done won the series, bro.
Yeah, because bro, appreciate your accomplishment. Bask in it, you know what I'm saying?
Flash pass.
Appreciate the moment, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Don't worry about
what I didn't like about the NBA Finals, I don't like the fact, because Joker's the star of that team, the face of that team.
Yeah.
So when you think Nuggets, you think Joker. He just didn't seem like
Murray.
he was. Yeah, but you thinking Joker first. Murray was excited to win that championship. You didn't really see the excitement.
But I will say,
you didn't see the excitement from the Joker. Not saying he wasn't.
Parade, he was excited.
I didn't watch the parade.
So I watched a little bit of the parade. He was excited at the parade. However, I think that might be a culture thing. Because where he's from, it's just like, this ain't even his country. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like...
I'm glad you said that. So with that thought process, is that good for the NBA?
Yes. For the NBA, yes. Why? Money.
Okay, I'll say this.
You just took
after the Super Bowl,
okay,
whether or not the MVP is excited or not, they go into Disney World. And they excited to say it because that's everybody looking forward to hearing it. It's part of the experience, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether or not our team is winning or losing, we still want to see that. For some reason, we just want to see them say it. Yeah, I want to see you excited because you
feel like you didn't.
You know how you felt when you won a high school game or a championship game.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You know that feeling.
Absolutely.
So you expect to see that from the people that you spending your money betting on, spending money to go see play, buying his jersey with his name on it.
Yeah.
Hey, I just won the championship and MVP and Finals MVP.
Oh, I'm ready to go.
I'm about to go back home though.
I'm ready to go home. I ain't gonna lie to you. I agree with you on that.
I don't want to see that.
I agree with you on that.
That's why I didn't watch the parade.
I was sitting there like, yo, bro, come on, man. Give me something.
I can't lie, though.
You don't got to tear up, but give me something.
It was cool to see KCP get him another one.
Absolutely.
Brian whipped him into shape.
Whipped him into shape.
For real.
Brucey B. Brucey B.
Oh, I thought Brucey B was coming to the Lakers.
Brucey B ain't going nowhere, baby. That boy done went all...
Since we're on Brucey B, where'd he go? To the Pacers?
To the Pacers, bro.
So what stood out... What free agent landing stood out to you the most?
I will say, for me personally, especially from a betting perspective, Kristaps Porzingis. going to the Celtics.
I knew you was gonna say that.
That's just for me. Because Porzingis, okay, how about that? I would say that full trade, actually. I'm still trying to figure out how Marcus Smart fits into Memphis, especially with Ja there. Like, do you move Ja to the shooting guard and let Marcus Smart play the point guard and be your dog right there?
Yes,
or
absolutely.
do you, how do you work that out? Or do you move Smart to the shooting guard and let Ja be the point guard?
Or let me answer that real quick. Because the thing that stood out the most to me was Marcus Smart going to Memphis.
Yes.
It would have been a lot better if Ja was smart enough not to get suspended for 25 games, or mature enough not to get suspended for 25 games.
Yep.
But having Marcus Smart as a defender is great for them.
Absolutely.
Because they lost Dylan Brooks. Well, everybody dogged Dylan Brooks for the stuff that he said.
But
Dylan Brooks was not a hoe, bro.
He's the Draymond Green of their team.
I ain't gonna say he's a Draymond
No,
Green.
I mean, like, he brings the attitude.
Yeah, he brings.
He's like the
he's like the Ron. He's a Ron Artest of
You
that
need
roster.
the Ron Artest, the Dennis Rodman, the
Yeah.
Draymond Green,
And he was
to
that
win
for them. He was tough. He was a good defender, bro.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna take nothing from his game.
Yeah.
He just needs to watch his mouth.
He
needs to mature too. That whole roster needed to mature. So having a veteran like Marcus Smart, granted, everybody know Marcus Smart had his mistakes in college and his career, but you can see the maturity in him now.
Absolutely.
He's ready to go to the finals, bro. He's ready to get him a ring, and I really feel like he is going to help them get to where they need to go as far as in the playoffs. But they got to mature as a team to make it to the finals.
Do they win a?
No.
okay. I'm just questioning that. Are you saying
he gives them an opportunity to have a shot?
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Now, on the opposite side of that, Porzingis going there. Porzingis was cashing me tickets last season.
Yeah.
First of all, Porzingis brings a different flavor.
Oh, you took a lot of his props.
Absolutely. Porzingis brings a different flavor of what you need in Boston. You have Robert Williams, a big guy, rebounding. Now you need another big guy that can open up the lanes for Tatum and allow him to go to work, and then also dish that mug out. That dude got threes.
Tatum and
That
Brown
dude
just
got
need to
handles.
have it on their mind every night.
To go win.
Yeah, have it on your mind every night, bro. I hate the Celtics because I'm a Lakers fan, bro.
Absolutely.
I've been loving on this roster for so long. Pause. I love this roster for a long time. Like, those two together are good.
Right.
I like that. Them and Marcus Smart, I like that roster, bro. I really
It worked
did.
together.
I did not say that I wanted to see them win. It would have been nice. You know what
I'm not going to lie to you. I did want to see them win. I wanted to see Marcus Smart
Not
get a
the
ring.
expense of the Lakers losing, though.
Exactly. But I did want to see them get it. I mean, they wasn't in there. All right, I want to see you get a ring. You know what I mean? Especially Tatum, especially Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
Now, real quick before we roll up out of NBA, what are your thoughts on CP3 going to Golden State and Jordan Poole going? Like, they literally just signed Jordan Poole to an extension last year and shipped him out to Washington. And signed Draymond Green to an extension.
That part was crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing else surprised me except for that part right there.
The Draymond Green
Yeah.
extension.
Like, I wasn't surprised when they shipped off Jordan Poole. I felt like it was kind of weird, but they made it clear they're not building around him. We paid you because you had a good year. That money was well deserved.
Yeah.
Just they're gonna have to pay you somewhere else though.
And he still had a good year last year. However, I do feel like
When it counted, he didn't. When they needed
in
him
the
the
playoffs.
most, they didn't.
In the playoffs.
That's when they needed him the most.
and it feels like what's going on as far as in the media now. I don't know if it's like a little splurt or a down Jordan Poole thing right now going on, but it's definitely some kind of something going on in the background, which probably made it easier for them to get rid of him.
And that haymaker that Draymond gave him was a clear depiction of how, you can be on top, but once that chemistry get messed up.
Absolutely. Do we need
all
another
bad.
shot? Nah.
I'm down for one.
You down for one?
I'm down for one.
All right, I'll definitely get another shot. You got me, my brother? Thank you, man. Hey, Mandrew over here pouring shots. Thank you, my brother. This is the third of the Dawg Money Podcast. Mr. Mandrew Jackson over here. Now, really quick, want to stroll on over to the baseball. Marv,
You want
congrats-
Stop it. Stop it.
First of all, I want to say congratulations, my boy, and that's really why I wanted the shot. I want to say congratulations to my boy for winning the home run derby. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. Come on, let's clap. Hey, you was doing your thing out there, my boy.
Shut up.
I don't know how you got from Vegas to Seattle and back that fast.
Shut up.
Man, Vladdy boy.
Bro, you know what's crazy? I've been like mistaken for Vladdy so many times, bro.
Remember when we was in Chicago?
Bro, no, not Chicago. First, took Shorty out for her birthday.
Okay.
We went to the steakhouse. I ain't gonna say the name, but they giving us incredible service, bro. Hey, try
Did you have
this,
the
try
glasses
this. Nah, I didn't, bro.
Okay.
But I'm clean. You know,
Right.
I'm clean. She was clean, and you know, so I'm like, damn, man, I gotta tip them well because they gave me great service today. So I tipped them. Oh, thank you so much. This is so generous of you. Blah blah this, blah blah. Cool. We about to leave real quick. Are you Dominican and do you play for the Blue Jays? I'm like, no, my name is not Vladdy.
You should have said I am, and let's take a picture.
No. However, before we do this, same thing happened when we was in Cancun just a few weeks ago.
You right.
Dude approached me at the bar. Hey, can I take a picture for you? You know, for my kids? I said, well, we can, but my name is not Vladdy. Wait, you don't play baseball?
Hey, you should have just took a picture of it.
No, we took one. We took one.
Just been there like this. Yeah, papi.
Yeah, I didn't get mistaken for him until I start growing my hair out. I'm thinking about cutting this shit off.
Nah, don't cut it. Now you can get us some sauce up in everywhere we go.
To the home run derby.
Yeah, to the home run derby. Shout out to Mar. Shout out to my boy Mar.
Shout out to
here.
Vladdy, man.
Shout out to Vladdy. I thought it was pretty cool that he actually won and his dad won back in the day.
Yeah, that was dope.
So I think that was pretty cool.
He put on a great
Y'all excuse
performance.
my
He went out
dog.
there
He
and
over
showed
here.
out.
He got that dog in him now.
that
He just
dog,
had surgery, man. He had had surgery on his kidneys.
Back to it.
20 stones removed. So he a little excited now.
Hey, while we on baseball, man, how you been doing in the books?
Actually, you know what's wild is I really didn't. This time of the year is usually that dead period for me betting. And
Especially this week.
Yeah, I didn't bet nothing this week.
You can't.
I mean, you got
Well, you got WNBA.
You got WNBA. Did I touch it? I don't think I touched it. However, you have All-Star Game and you have Home Run Derby. I feel like that's for degenerates. You know what I mean? Like, all right,
What
really
you trying to say?
I mean, I be degenerate sometimes. I literally had my hand on the trigger and I was like,
Yeah, honestly, I can't
put
bet
it
on
down.
I can't bet on any All-Star games anymore.
yeah, it's pointless.
Yeah.
You never know what's gonna happen.
I have you been, well, you haven't been to a Pro Bowl, but I went to the one out here,
No.
Vegas.
Yeah.
The
And
worst game I've ever watched in my life.
It's like a preseason.
Yeah, I just went out there and got incredibly drunk.
Yeah, it's basically preseason, mid-season.
It was
but
stupid.
Speaking of back to the
never
money
watch
on that
another
MLB, I started my account because I'm trying to actually build up my money for football season without having to use my money.
Mm-hmm.
I started in my Boyd account. I put $25 in that joint.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's up to $500.
Oh,
In a couple of weeks.
Baseball been nice to me.
Baseball been nice to me. You know, I hit every time when we went to Chicago. I loaded the account up for $20,
Shit,
turned
you
that
had
into
you
$140,
had like 4
$200.
tickets while we was in Chicago. We was
Absolutely.
only out there for 2 days.
And then I pulled that and lost the rest, but I was still up like at least $200 when we left out
Didn't
of there.
you hit on the
we went
layover to Mexico?
When we went to Mexico, I put 20 up in there when I was in the Denver airport. Hit them
Hey,
tickets.
just so y'all know, while we wasn't putting out no content, we've been traveling. We've been kicking.
Yeah, we've been chilling. We've been chilling.
Yeah,
we've been chilling.
Enjoying the fruits of our labor.
Fruits. But just because we bringing up baseball, going forward, I think I might, not necessarily the rest of this year, but I do think I want to dabble into baseball and maybe some next year. Because my son played baseball and plays baseball, I understand it a little bit more, so it makes it easier for me to
You gonna do
actually make
fantasy
an
baseball?
educated bet. No, I'm not doing that. That's crazy. I only do fantasy football.
Josh said it's lit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've never done it, and I probably won't.
Shout out
But
to Josh, one of our
Absolutely,
one of our Dog Pound representatives.
Absolutely. Dog
Always
Pound.
watching, always supporting. Shout out to you, my boy.
Appreciate the views, appreciate the support, my bro. Now going,
You know, he was actually the first to send us a video from the Dog Pound to participate in our episodes.
was huh?
Yeah.
First episode.
We gotta
Or
get that
one of
nigga
the
a
first.
T-shirt or something.
Yeah, when we get this t-shirts popping.
Get him a Dawg Money shirt that just say Josh.
It's just gonna say
that's nothing special, just Josh.
DM Josh. The DM gonna be real small. But rolling over into the NFL news really quick, because this may impact how you bet this season. I don't really like to get too much into the legal stuff like that, but Alvin Kamara was up in Vegas. Of course, most people know what happened there. Guy got beat up, got beat down.
By his entourage.
All the charges was dropped for him. So
except he had to pay that fine.
He got to pay the fine. I think it was $105,000 for his legal fees. And
I saw 100,000.
Okay.
It could have been 105.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But paying his legal fees. But I guess the big question for that, why I bring it up, is do you think he gets a suspension because it's basically been on pause for, 2 years?
I think with the nature of sports, he's going to be suspended because I feel like every action has a reaction.
Mm-hmm. It's like you can't not.
Yeah, like because if they don't suspend me, say if I'm in the league and they don't suspend me because I'm not as big as Alvin Kamara,
right? And
they do suspend him,
what kind of precedent?
Or if they do suspend me and they don't suspend him, I got a lawsuit.
And what kind of precedence is
exactly?
That really
so
set?
It got to be even across the board, and
Absolutely.
they suspend athletes for everything.
Yeah.
So he's definitely gonna. I'm not looking at a big suspension. Maybe a couple games.
I say 3 to 4 games.
2, 3.
3 to 4 games.
4 at the max because that's crazy.
Yeah, you can't really go 2-6, especially being that the case it was dropped on him. And,
it was dropped. We don't really know his real involvement.
Right, exactly.
He really just getting suspended for not being around the right people at the wrong time.
Absolutely. And then other outside of legal issues, Julius Peppers, who is one of my favorite defensive ends, period.
And I'm still wearing that jersey.
Man.
I had it on one of our episodes last season.
Hey, one of my favorite, period. And then I don't know if many people remember, but this dude was a beast. Musa Muhammad, wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers, both of them getting inducted into the Carolina Hall of Fame.
Was he on that Super Bowl team?
Yes.
They lost.
Yes.
When they had Devin Foster.
Yes.
Steve Smith Sr. was on that roster.
Yes.
Quarterback was Jake the Snake.
You remember the running back then?
Foster.
28.
Foster.
Yeah. He was 28 then, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Man.
I remember him. I have one image of him diving in the end zone.
I think that's the only way you can really remember.
That's the only way you remember him.
But
Jake Delhomme was the quarterback. I forgot who they played, though.
Man,
don't matter.
New England.
Yeah, New England won.
Yeah, New England. And they almost beat them.
Yeah.
They almost beat them.
Has the Panthers won the Super Bowl?
No, they've been to 2.
But they've been to 2
against New England.
So they lost. So Peyton Manning beat them with the Broncos.
Okay, so no, it was New England and then the Broncos.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so yeah,
that was their undefeated season until.
Yes.
And they tried to make Cam look like a little baby. Well, he acted like a little baby after they lost.
I mean, it's Cam, but
that's crazy. Let's not do that. He acted like a child.
He did act like a child.
You win like a man, you lose like a man.
He was acting like a child.
I still love Cam.
Hey, that boy is still a beast.
Pound for pound, one of my favorite quarterbacks in college football.
College football, he was, and we're gonna go into college football real quick.
Let's get there then.
Just the news. News-wise, I was surprised to hear all of this, however, and I do feel like it will impact the season. So I am going to look into a lot of against this team this year. Mm-hmm. You got Pat Fitzgerald, head coach of Northwestern, being fired for hazing allegations and things of that nature.
Crazy.
He was fired for that.
That was 2 days ago, huh?
I want to say yesterday.
Yeah.
I want to say yesterday. We recording. What's today? Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday. We recording. I want to say he was fired yesterday. And he's been the coach since I think he was 32. So he's been there for like 16, 17 seasons.
Jesus.
He was a young head coach there.
Hey, for a long time, we always took Northwestern when they were underdogs. Because for some reason, they might not win.
But they cover.
They're going to cover.
They're going to cover that underdog.
I'm not doing that no more.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that no more.
Absolutely. That's definitely going to change the landscape for Northwestern. So I'll be looking into some stock against them this season. Outside of him, Les Miles, they vacated 37 of his wins. during his time at LSU from 2012 to 2015. So that puts his Hall of Fame status or induction into doubt because you have to have so many wins as a head coach.
What was the reason for them doing that to him again?
I want to say it was some kind of improper recruiting. Yes, improper recruiting.
Oh, so the Reggie Bush effect.
Basically. You know, I still think it's
Which
wild.
is crazy because Reggie Bush should get his Heisman back. Knowing
Bush,
what we know now.
Reggie Bush should absolutely get his Heisman
But what
back.
they paying these athletes now? Man, get that man his Heisman
Reggie
back.
Bush would have been paid paper.
I don't know if we discussed
tell
this.
nobody.
I don't know if we discussed
paper.
this last season. Is Reggie Bush top 3 running backs that we've ever seen in college?
In college?
Not NFL, just college.
I'm gonna be honest with you because I didn't get a chance to watch. Of course, Barry Sanders. Just from what I watched YouTube wise, he had one of the most electrifying games in college football as a running back. Mm-hmm. However, if we're gonna go top 3, I'm putting Reggie Bush top. He's number 1 in my book for running back in college.
I'm gonna keep it a buck,
And
bro. I might have to agree with you.
And then it's hard to say that, but I would put Adrian Peterson right behind.
No, I'm agreeing with that too.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because Adrian Peterson is my favorite running back.
Absolutely. But Reggie Bush was so different.
It was different, bro.
He was so different.
The thing about Reggie Bush didn't really have the power that you would look for in a running back.
But that boy
you couldn't catch him.
Like,
catch him.
Yo, there was a play where he literally juked to the ground 5 people at one time.
Then crossed the field and ran to the end zone. I know that play.
I'm like, yo, that boy, like, he made me want to play running back. But the combination of the two, him and Lindell, man, I don't think Lindell get enough credit. But him and Lindell, man, if Lindell would have took his career a little bit more serious, NFL-wise,
if Lindell never would have went to Tennessee,
oh man,
he still have all his teeth.
Hey, we going back to Tennessee. It's back to Tennessee. Wait, he don't got no teeth,
bro. Look like a bunch of struck matches on his bottom row. Bro, have you seen the 30 for 30 for USC?
I haven't.
Or have you seen the podcast with Brandon Marshall and?
No.
Yeah, bro. He you can tell he still got money. He just don't have a dentist.
Man, come on, man. All right, we're going to keep it going. Mike, you just hurt me with that. Mike Vick, Larry Fitzgerald, T. Sizzle, Terrell Suggs is the highlight names for being considered for college football, pro football, or college football Hall of Fame.
I'm going to keep it a buck with you, though. All well-deserved.
All first ballot.
All first ballot, all well-deserved.
We talking college?
Yes.
T. Sizzle?
T. Sizzle was a dog at Arizona State.
Don't he have the record for sacks in a season?
I want to say sacks in the season and sacks in the game, bro.
Yo, how you go
I would have to look that up.
How you go from ASU dogging to the NFL still dogging? He is a first ballot in my book. First ballot college, first ballot pro.
I don't know first ballot pro, but he deserved to be Hall of Fame.
Boy.
He deserved to be Hall of Fame for sure.
Bro, first ballot pro.
College, I'm gonna say that. I can't honestly say that about the
Got
NFL.
a championship?
Hear me out though.
Okay.
With the nature of how the Hall of Fame is going.
But he's a dog.
I know. I respect that and I get that. Personally, I would love to see him go first ballot. So let me say that now. But with the nature of the Hall of Fame in the NFL and how it's going,
they giving pity awards at points.
Which is crazy, bro.
They giving pity awards.
Because I brought this up before.
Yes.
Does Eli Manning deserve to be there?
So before we get out of this,
exactly. See,
now Eli Manning,
because you don't want to say yes and you don't want to say no.
Eli Manning to me was a dope quarterback. You talking about MVP of the Super Bowl? However, I feel like the defense really deserved them MVPs.
Yes,
but
both of them.
Yes,
both of them.
What was the old boy name opposite of Michael Strahan at the time?
Justin Tuck.
Ooh.
I think he finished his career in Oakland.
That boy lit it up. And he really should have won.
And the African dude.
Yes.
I forget his name.
And Pierre Paul.
All eight and a half of his fingers.
And Michael Strahan.
Or did that happen in Tampa Bay?
That was Tampa Bay. No, that was in New York.
And
that
then
was in
a
New
couple
York.
years
He was
later,
still
he
in New
went to
York.
Tampa
Yes.
Bay. Okay.
Now I will say them two, or the defense in general, bro. They really deserve
Hey, that
the
box
MVPs.
was crazy. Pause.
Box was crazy.
The front box of that defense was crazy.
Excuse
me. They had some solid linebackers. I forget their names, but they had old boy number 58. I want to say he came from USC. Fat dude, played the middle. So quick though. Nobody was running on that defense.
The defense as a whole, man, was just.
Oh, I gotta look him up and see what his name was, bro.
The defense as a whole to me was just different. And just to answer that, Eli, I personally, if Eli gets in the Hall of Fame, I don't feel like, and they will, but if he gets in there, I don't feel like he's first, second, third, maybe fourth. Not. He's going to have some time because it's a lot more elite. Yes, he beat Tom Brady twice, but again, that was the help of that defense.
Mm-hmm. Tom Brady couldn't do it. I mean, Peyton Manning couldn't do it.
Peyton Manning couldn't do it. He did do it once to get to the Super Bowl in Indy.
We all know Peyton Manning going to the
He
to the Hall
also
of Fame.
didn't have the defense every year.
That defense in Denver was crazy.
No, but I'm talking about in Indianapolis.
That defense that they beat the Bears with, crazy.
But that was a crazy. But they won that year. Yeah. Dwight Freeney on the edge.
Bob Sanders in the back.
Man, I forgot about Bob.
Bob Sanders was crazy, bro.
Hey.
What is Bob Marley looking at?
Hey, man, Bob. But
bro, if I was a running back coming through on the power, I would rather see a linebacker before I want to see him.
And before we get into our main topic, which is college football top 25. Speaking of the running back terrain, I guess you'll say that might not be the best word, but running backs right now, it's pretty scary out here for them.
For the college right now?
NFL.
Oh yeah.
So if you were a running back in college, if you were playing football again, right? High school. Mm-hmm. And would you be a running back?
No, knowing what I know now, strictly defense. I wouldn't even play both ways no more.
Absolutely.
Because when I played both ways, I played offensive line, guard and tackle.
Yep.
I played tight end, and I also played fullback.
Yep. And the reason why I ask that is because running backs right now...
I wouldn't play fullback no more.
Not at all. We don't even have fullbacks in the game, really, NFL-wise.
I think the Packers was the last team to have one.
You don't really need it because they don't... Come on, man. Cool. They don't really use running backs or fullbacks like they used to.
You see a lot of single back sets.
Yeah, it's no more I formation.
There's no more split backs.
Yeah. Power, you only going to see power when it comes down to goal line, and you're going to bring in a lineman.
I feel like football was at its greatest when they had the power backs like Mike Allstott. Jerome Bettis had a fullback.
Jerome Bettis was a fullback and a running back.
Jerome Bettis had a fullback.
Hey, that's crazy to say that Jerome Bettis had a fullback. The Bus had a fullback. One of my favorite running backs.
The Bus was really out there running a 4-4 while you crazy.
Yes. One of my favorite running backs, man. He's the reason why I used to want to play running back because that boy was out there running.
I'll never forget, bro, in 2005 when he ran over Brian Urlacher to get to the.
That's got to go on the wall. I actually had
it wasn't to get that was to get them into the playoffs.
In the snow. In the snow.
It was to get them. They needed that game to get into the playoffs.
Yes. I think that was the season.
Didn't you have it on the wall?
I don't have it on the wall just yet. I'm
finna print it out for you.
I got it printed out, but it's going on the wall.
Yeah, put that on the wall.
I think that's the year. Is that the year that he won?
That was the year that they
won the Super Bowl and he was done.
He was supposed to retire, but Ben Roethlisberger said, "Bro, just give me one more year. I promise I'll get you there."
Yes.
Bro, I was like, okay, hey, you know what? I'm putting all my money on them.
But real quick, that
next year they beat the Packers beat them. So the next year
they did.
Yeah.
Yes. So that covers all of the news, really. I mean, that took a little while, but, it's been a while. Now we want to go into college football. Top 25 is where we want to start at. Top 25. Right now, it's no set top 25 because everybody has their lists out. You're talking about SI. You're talking about ESPN, CBS. There's no set preseason top 25. However, the list that we're going based off... The
realistic top 25 is based off the results of last season. That's how it should be
and
right now.
Which is AP top 25.
Exactly.
So we're going off a CBS AP top 25 list. So we'll cover that over the next couple of episodes just to
You want to just
start
run it
talking
off
about
from 1 to 25 real quick? Just name it off.
You want to run it off? Okay,
Hey,
I
man,
got it up here.
It's season 2, bro. We can do whatever we want to.
Yeah, you're right. We got Texas at 25. You got Fresno State, which is a surprise, 24. South Carolina, 23.
Nothing. Actually, they were all right.
You got Pittsburgh, 22. You have UCLA, 21. After that, at 20, you got Mississippi State. 19, Troy. Surprise. 18, Notre Dame. 17, Oregon State. 16, LSU. 15, Oregon. 14, Kansas State. 13, Kansas. 12, USC. 11, Florida State. 10, Utah. 9, Tulane. 8, Washington. 7, Penn State. 6, Tennessee. 5, Alabama. 4, Ohio State. 3, Michigan. 2, TCU. Your boy is gone, man. Just give it up.
Know.
Number 1, Georgia. Now, out of that list, and then we're going to cover the bottom 5 today. Out of that list, do you have any of them that you feel like is a surprise to you?
Yeah, Troy.
Okay.
Tulane.
Yes.
And who else?
So Troy.
Hotline blinging. Troy, Tulane. It's always weird not to see Oklahoma in the top 25, but it's well deserved because they was ass
6 and
cheeks
7,
last year.
man. 6 and 7.
Ass cheeks, bro.
For me, I would say Fresno State was a surprise, especially being from the Mountain West. You know, we don't really get a lot of love. Yes, they were really good last year, and we're going to cover them.
10-4?
Yeah,
10-4 last year.
We definitely about to cover them. But as far as that goes, for this early edition of the top 25, Troy at 19 is pretty wild to me. I would also say Tulane at 9, and yes, Tulane was dogging.
Period.
No, Tulane was dogging last year.
What was their schedule like?
But they was dogging.
Not
and
enough
they
to
won,
compete with no.
Yes, and they won.
No, I feel you.
They won
I do feel
a bowl
you.
game
I do
against.
feel you.
They beat USC last year. Did
they beat USC last year?
Yes. In the bowl game,
They
yes.
beat USC.
Yes. So they definitely.
Because I lost that.
Yes.
I lost that.
Yes.
I lost that at your house.
That was one of the best that you said.
Bro,
yeah,
I left
taking.
my hookah at his house.
We gave that out on the show.
I left my hookah at his house, my cell phone at his house. I left when that game was about to end. I said, I can't watch this mess.
It was
I remember
crazy.
that.
It was crazy.
Because what the hell was they doing losing that ball game?
Tulane was really good. They had Tajay Spears last year. And that offensive line. But we're going to go over
And
into...
it's still crazy to see that name on the top 25.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm so excited because football is literally weeks away. Before college, yes, college right now, everybody's in summer camp, and we're going to get into that. But NFL preseason starts August 3rd.
And my birthday 2 days after that.
Fellas that support Dawg Money, if y'all want fantasy, let us know. Marv don't want to do it, so blame your boy if we don't do it. Blame your boy if we don't want to do it.
Can I say why? Because I feel like you just talking about me.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm finna focus on the sports book.
Okay.
You ever set your roster
Yes.
and then looked at your tickets? I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm betting against myself.
Yes, all the time, and that's why I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm probably only doing one fantasy draft this season.
I had 3 last year.
I had 3 last year, and it do kind of mess up because you want to see your guys do good, but at the same time,
then you don't want to bet against
It's conflicting when you thinking about, man, I don't need this dude to do good, but I really need him to hit this bet. How do I feel?
You want to hear another reason why I don't want to do fantasy this year?
Yep.
Remember last season, I told y'all how I did one with the family, went undefeated all year, got to the Super Bowl, got dog walked by my little sister. Guess what I did with ours?
Happy birthday, Joy.
Happy birthday, Joy. Today is my sister's birthday.
Happy birthday.
I ain't going to tell you her age, but she's 30 again.
Happy birthday.
But for our fantasy league last year, I got to the championship again and lost by 180 points. Corey tore us up. Shout out to Corey, man.
Shout out to Corey. Yep, boy. Hey, I'm not even going to lie to you. I was mad because I went 8-0 and then it was trash
until you played me.
I went 8-0 trash because all my players started getting hurt. And I was just like, yo, come on, man. Y'all going to do this to me at the end of the season when I really need you?
I think I lost the first 2 games and just went crazy. after that, and I didn't lose
Man,
another one.
but we
I played Corey.
I'm just mad about that. But we're gonna get into that. Back to that main topic, top 25. We want to first discuss Texas. So my biggest thing is what we want to discuss now is just to get you guys ready for the season, because this is how you start to game plan and study for betting. I'm a real analytical person. Marv is different. Marv goes off a field. I go off a field, but I also
kind of go off analytics, but we go about it differently.
Yeah, we do go about it differently.
However, in the middle of the season, if I see how they playing against this team, I know how they're gonna play against this team.
Absolutely.
And so the best that I win is based off of what I've seen and what I expect.
And what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
After I saw how Texas played Alabama last year, I said, oh, yeah, these niggas finna be good.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to admit it.
Yeah. And speaking of Texas, we're going right to Texas at top 25. Last year, 2022, they were 8-5, number one. This year, they returned 10 starters on the offense.
They only lost Bijan Robinson.
Including a quarterback. They are returning 6 starters on the defense. As a whole, they're returning 41 players. So their biggest loss was Bijan Robinson. Actually, Bijan and Roshan Johnson, the backup running back. So they got to, I'm sure they done found somebody off the transfer portal.
It's Texas, and
or
they
somebody that was ready.
And their coach,
Steve Sarkisian.
Yes.
3rd year.
I know he went crazy recruiting.
You know what? Every year you hear this. Texas back. Texas back. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Texas might be back this year. They went 8-5. They have.
I'm not gonna say it out loud because of my love for Oklahoma.
Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, Texas might be back.
I mean, they got so many players back and they ready. I think their hardest game of the year is going to be against Alabama. Now, just kind of looking at their schedule.
They back on their schedule this year?
Yeah, they have them week 2, and it's in Alabama this year instead of being in Texas. However, I do feel like they might catch Alabama slipping because, Alabama usually early in the season, they a little bit wishy-washy.
And they don't play nobody good until week 8.
They don't play nobody good until later on in the season. And you lost Bryce Young. They're bringing in a whole lot of new guys. So this might be the perfect storm for them to really make some noise.
They got a lot of conference play.
You got Rice, Alabama, Wyoming. All these are beatable games. Baylor, they could beat Baylor. Kansas was a surprise last year, and I feel like they'll be good again.
I love their quarterback, and then their backup quarterback was just as good.
Yes, absolutely. Oklahoma, always a good game, except last year.
We have to go to a Red River rivalry game.
That's a goal of mine, actually.
Yeah, we got to make it happen.
That's on my bucket list.
When Quinn DeMarco, Ryan Reynolds was all at Oklahoma, I was supposed to go.
What happened?
I didn't go.
Man.
Work, vacation time.
Yeah, life.
And I couldn't lose that job.
Life be life.
I couldn't lose that job, bro.
Life be life. You was an adult.
Hey, life be lifing, but
we enjoy it.
God be God.
God be God, man. And then outside of Alabama, just kind of taking a look at their schedule. Houston, they can beat BYU, always tough, but they'll be in Texas. Kansas State will be the next hardest game that they have, and then finishing the season against Texas Tech. But I'm gonna go out on a limb right now, bro.
You better not. You better not say
Big 12 champions.
That's crazy.
I'm going to go out on the limb right now. This is early, but don't hold me to it. We're going to really give our real thoughts. And this is just quick looking. I'm going to go out on the limb, episode 1, and say Big 12 champions. And I'm going to also say, no, I'm not going to say that.
It's easy for you to say that because your team is in the SEC.
Yeah, and they played in week 2. So I don't want to say what I was going to say next. But we're going to roll on. Hey. I do expect big things from Texas this year. Later on, then
I do too, personally.
When we done with the wrap up for number 1 on this list, we're gonna really give y'all what we feel so we can try to make some of this dog money together. 24, Fresno State Bulldogs. That was a surprise on the list. Last year they were 10-4.
Did you pay a lot of attention to Fresno last year?
No. I think that's why it was a surprise for me. I did watch a couple of games. Especially when they play UNLV, I always watch that. However, they were really good last year.
That's not the game we went to, was it?
No, we went to UNLV against somebody early. It was like
It was somebody in the Mountain West, though.
I don't remember, but we'll have to go back to that.
Yeah, I'll check my phone.
But Fresno State 10-4. I think they will be the first people if they make this list at the end of when they actually make the list. If they make this list, they might be the first people off this list. I'm gonna just say that now. If they make the list, they're gonna be the first team off the list. Okay, they bring it back. They went 10-4 last year. Very respectable. Absolutely.
Respect it.
They dogging, and of course, they Mountain West. I love to see
Mountain West. Good
I
job.
love.
Good job.
Come on, man. I love to see the Mountain West do good. But
Me too.
you bring it back. 4 players on the offense. Those 4 players, they're linemen.
Oh, so they brought their core back.
No.
Linemen?
Yes, they're core. Okay, I thought
Yeah.
you said quarterback.
Oh, no,
Maybe I've been
core.
drinking. Yes, core.
Leave that whiskey alone, man.
Core, yes, they brought their core back. Yes, and then they brought back 7 defensive players, and they do bring back 40 players. However, they lost their quarterback, they lost their top running back, and their top wide receiver, combining for 4,000 yards.
Any of them go pro or they just graduated out?
I'll have to look that up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really get too deep into them.
Yeah, I saw the notes and meant to look it up, but yeah.
As far as the key returners, their defense. They got 7 guys. They got a linebacker that's coming back. I want to say he had like 88 to 90 tackles, so that's a big deal.
He was out there going stupid.
Going stupid McNupid. However, week 1, and I know we kind of was it. No, it was Vanderbilt that I was talking about last year.
Oh, yeah.
Week 1, they do go to Purdue. Purdue is breaking in a new coach, but Purdue is always pretty decent. But you're talking about an SEC team, and you have to travel. They might mess around and lose that game, but just looking at the schedule, if they can break in their offense and get past this game, and they might have a chance to do really well. But being in the top 25, no. The schedule doesn't say top 25 type of schedule, you know.
Schedule didn't say it last year either.
No, this schedule definitely don't say top 25 this year though, you know. So, and they have a lot. So really, I'm gonna be looking at some Purdue because this is when you kind of look at that certain edge. You done lost all your playmakers. Now
I know this year I'll pay attention to a lot of West Coast games.
Yeah, we got to.
Is it next season USC and UCLA go to Big 12?
Next season, yes. Next season, no. 24, yes. UCLA, USC, and then also Oklahoma and Texas go to SEC. So
SEC.
That's why I also say maybe
they
Texas
pick up their recruiting.
Maybe
Jesus
Texas.
They
maybe
played like
Texas.
they did last year. Oh my God,
man.
Put them
Texas
back in high school.
Texas trying to get ready. They got Steve. They like, yeah, we trying to get these SEC guys.
I'm glad Steve back coaching, man. He went through a lot.
Went through a lot, especially with that alcoholism. So definitely glad for him. But going to 23, South Carolina. What you think? South Carolina last year.
They might be the first off this list.
But they were 8-5 last year. Okay. They returning their quarterback, Shane Rattler. He did great last year when he left from Oklahoma, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Maybe he was rejuvenated because people hated him so much. They hated him so much.
He didn't get benched last year?
No, he didn't.
South Carolina?
He won some big games for them last year. I'm talking about he crushed seasons last year.
I'm just biased because I hated the way he played in Oklahoma.
Yeah, exactly.
I hated his attitude towards the players. I hated everything about. I'm not gonna say I hate him. I'm not gonna do that.
But
I do wish him well. I wish him well. However,
other fans hated him.
I did not like to see him with the
his attitude just wasn't team like.
No, he was a diva. He was a diva.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, when you look at that schedule, is 8-5, 6 returning on offense, 4 returning on defense, 37 returning as a whole. They really do have their schedule, and I'll go over it. Week 3, they play Georgia, Smack City, I think. Okay, maybe Smack City. Georgia's losing a lot of guys. However, Georgia recruiting is stupid.
It's Georgia.
Like it's a factory.
Georgia's the new Bama, bro.
It's a factory now.
Next up. Next up.
Hey, week 1, they opened up versus North Carolina, which is an in-state rivalry. And that's going to be a game. I'm looking forward to that game. I'm going to be at the Circa.
South Carolina opens with North Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Week 1, September 2nd. I will be at Circa. I don't know if you're going to be there with me. I'm going to be at Circa watching that game.
Man, you know I'm going to be at the Circa. Stop playing with me, boy.
I'm going to be at the Circa. Now, just kind of looking at their schedule. Week 1, they open at North Carolina. So you might be right. They might be the first one off of this list, too. Them in Fresno State, if they make it. Them in Fresno State, if they make it. Then you got Tennessee, you got Florida. So they got a little bit of time on that one right there. So I don't know, man. They lost a lot. We'll see if they make it. 22, we got Pittsburgh Panthers.
Did they lose their running back to the
Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who drafted him?
I can't remember.
I swear to God, I wanted him on the
Look it up. Israel.
I swear to God, I wanted him in Dallas.
I wanted him in Dallas, and I was so mad when we didn't get him. But they went 9-4 last year. 7 returning on the offense, 5 on the defense. Toughest game this year, Notre Dame. I'll say that is week 9. Week 10, they play Florida State, and Florida State is doing some things again. They trying to get back there. But they lost a second and third leading receiver. Quarterback was there. I think my biggest issue, and Pat Narduzzi is a really good coach to me at Pittsburgh. However, I didn't really care for how he was criticizing Prime use of the transfer portal. You know what I mean?
Hating.
Big time, because he personally benefited, and maybe he was scoring. You know, he lost Jordan Addison to USC last year, so maybe he was scoring, but he has benefited from the transfer portal with the quarterback last year, Slovis, and this year he got 2 transfer quarterbacks back there, so it ain't gonna be too much for him to get past since they lost Kenny Pickett. You know what I mean?
Right.
Did you see where he went to, Israel?
I'm looking at it now.
Where he get drafted.
I'm looking for it right now. They're hating.
While you pulling that up, go to 21, UCLA. UCLA would be the last on that top 5. They finished last year 9-4. Offensive returners, 7. Defensive returners, 9. Their biggest loss last year would be DTR, so Dorian Thomas Robinson, and Zach Charbonnet, and their wide receiver, Jake Bobo. Now,
He went to the Jets.
he went to the Jets? That's wild.
143 overall.
That's wild. That backfield is going to be so packed.
Stupid.
Why? I'm mad that they're even there.
Goddamn Jets.
Why? You just ruined. Look, why? But you looking at it, Chip Kelly, he is in year 6, just got a big extension. 7 and 9 coming back, starters-wise, I do think that UCLA might. It just depends on how their quarterback plays early.
It's crazy
because it
how
might
fast
be a freshman.
they put Chip Kelly back in college.
Man, hey, but Chip do his thing in college. I will say that.
Yeah.
Outside of that's really it on the bottom 5 of the top 25. Now, really quick before we get up out of here for the first episode of season 2.
We're doing 20 through 16 next week, right?
20 through 16 next week.
Okay.
20 through 16 is Mississippi State, Troy, Notre Dame, Oregon State, and LSU on that
Chicken's
end.
ready.
On that end, it's that. So with that, before we get up out of here, we wanted to do like a little quick or a little, I guess you'll say, team builder, right? Just to see. So of the top 25, we wanted to create our own list as we are GMs in a sense, or school builders or team builders, and pick one player from each of the top 25. Because it's only 11 starters on offense, 11 starters on defense, 3 of these players is going to be left off because we also have to take one coach from one school to lead this team. So
I'm not giving you my coach until we get to the bottom of this list.
I'll give you my coach when we get there. Because my coach ain't on there now. So we're gonna go. We'll go with yours first because I want to see where your mindset is. Because once you build this, if you set a running back or a wide receiver, you can't run back and go. You know what I mean? We really building a roster. So I know from what you was telling me,
one player
you went
from one team.
You went I formation, right?
Yeah, I'm going to 2 running back,
2 running
2
backs?
wide receivers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I went a little bit more modern. So give me your bottom 5. So Texas. What player fills your role at Texas?
I went running back at Texas.
Running back. Did you go
where
Ricky Williams?
I went Ricky Williams.
Oh my God.
I went Ricky
I ain't gonna
Williams.
lie to you. I was looking there. Okay, so we got Ricky Williams for your running back. Fresno State. Did you take a player from Fresno State?
I did. I took a wide receiver,
Oh, you took a player from Fresno State.
Devontae Adams.
Absolutely. That's the only player you can really take.
That's the only player you can really take. Because I'm not messing with Carr.
You're not taking Carr?
No.
Come on, man. He
No.
can lead your team. So you did take Fresno State. You didn't snub that school.
No, I didn't.
All right, South Carolina.
South Carolina, I went Jadeveon Clowney
That's a good
at
pick.
defensive end.
That's a great pick. He was a dog there.
Yeah.
Dog.
He was a dog in
Do you
college.
remember that hit?
Yes, that's how I found out who he was.
Look,
First
that's
Michigan.
that's the hit that got him
Drafted first round.
number 1. All right, we're going to move down to Pittsburgh 22.
Pittsburgh, I went with your boy,
Who's my boy?
Aaron Donald.
Okay.
You can say his name
I'm
this
not saying it this season.
Bro, you went
Aaron Donald?
you went a lot
Okay.
of episodes without saying his name, bro. I'm going to give you some grace today.
Okay.
give you some grace.
All right, did you snub UCLA or did you take somebody from UCLA?
You know what? I actually went with somebody from UCLA.
Who'd you take?
Left tackle.
Jonathan Ogden?
I did.
That's the only way you can go.
I couldn't pass that up.
You can't pass that up.
Nah.
And I don't blame you. Mandrew, did you get through a list like that? Nah, you ain't have time. All right, it's all good, Mandrew. It's all good. It's all good. We'll get you up in here. But as far as for myself, I did do my list a little bit different. I went a little bit more modern with my guys here in my list. So we're gonna go top 25. My list was just a little bit different. I went for, what was it, Texas?
Texas 25.
I went Eric Berry.
Okay, I'm not knocking that.
Safety.
I'm not
Eric
knocking
Berry.
that.
Who was
I was
24?
gonna go that route too.
Hey, yeah, man. I had to build that defense. Who was 24?
24
So 24 was, let me go back.
South Carolina.
How we get all this? So 24, we have Fresno. I actually snubbed Fresno State.
Yeah.
So I didn't select nobody from Fresno State. I did want to take Devontae Adams too.
Oh, you didn't want Carr.
I didn't want Carr either.
Why?
I didn't want Carr.
Trash.
No, man. I just didn't want him. But no, I snubbed Fresno State as a school. So yeah, hey, hate me for it. It is what it is. South Carolina, I did take a player from South Carolina. The player from South Carolina that I chose was Stephon Gilmore.
I thought about
the
that.
cornerback
I
spot.
thought about that, but
My defense is a dog.
my cornerbacks.
You
is
see
crazy.
that? Eric Berry and Stephon Gilmore?
Yeah.
Woo!
My cornerbacks is crazy, but I left him alone. But go
I
ahead.
feel you. Pittsburgh, I did go, my guy. I did go Aaron Donald.
Say his name.
You know what I mean? I did go Aaron Donald. It was hard though, because I did also like Larry Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm.
You also got Revis. So I went with Aaron Donald. Now, as far as the last team on that list, which would have been UCLA, that was a little bit hard for me. I ended up taking the head coach. I took Chip Kelly. And
I knew you was either gonna go Chip or you was finna go Debo.
okay, Debo.
Clemson.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I thought about Debo, but then I was like, Dabo.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
I'm like, Debo Samuel? Dabo.
I'm
Look,
sorry.
No, I did think about Dabo.
Blame it on the whiskey.
However, I feel like my team is you'll see how my team is built. I feel like my team is built that he can handle the stardom, and offensively, it's gonna be crazy.
I can't wait till we finish this. 'Cause
I can't.
think my team.
This
gonna
a good
trash
list
yours.
though, bro.
My team
Like,
gonna
no.
trash yours, bro.
You think so?
I think so.
We're gonna have to ask the people.
We will.
We're gonna have to ask them.
Soon as
we're
we
gonna,
finish.
When we finish, we're gonna put them up head to head, and we're gonna see who had the better team.
All right.
All right, my dog.
Going right to the dog pound. Hey,
Going
what
right
y'all
to the
think?
dog pound and see what it is.
What y'all think?
Outside of that, I ain't got nothing else. We done on that episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. What you got, bro?
Man, I want to appreciate everybody for rocking with us in season 1. We got a lot more in store for season 2.
Consistency.
Stay tuned. Make sure you tell a friend. Make sure you tell that friend to tell 10.
Tell 10, tell 20.
Because we getting this dog money.
Dog money. When you smell that gross.
Are we bringing that in the season?
I'm bringing that back into the season, bro.
All right, we'll do it again.
When you smell that gross.
Turkey egg.
Turkey. Peace.